Yo, what's up, guys? Frank Daniels here. Today I'm talking six-pack abs, and is it the fitness dream or is it a fitness nightmare? Now, before I go into that, I'll tell you a funny story about myself and Dunkin' Donuts. Just a few moments ago, I left Dunkin' Donuts. I got to get my black coffee before I start my grind. Pretty much a daily thing. Got to have my D&D. But for the last few days, the girls at Dunkin' Donuts have been reminding me about the free donut day. So apparently it's a national celebration of something. I'm not sure if it's every donut shop on the planet, but it's definitely Dunkin' Donuts, and they're giving away a free donut with your coffee. So when I walked in today, I completely forgot about it, and the gentleman that was there, he offered me my free donut, and it kind of like struck me, and I'm like, donut, man? I'm like, no, I don't want a donut, man. I'm like, save that for somebody who's in need, man. There's starving children all over the planet. Give the donut to them. But the point here is, I didn't even think about it, and I go into Dunkin' Donuts every day, and I completely ignore the donuts. Now, mind you, I love Dunkin' donuts, and given the opportunity, I would tear through 6 to 8, potentially 10, in just a few short moments, at the right moment, right? But today was not that day. So generally, my belief system is that I certainly afford myself some cheat meals. Sometimes they turn into cheat days, and that's probably not as effective. Story for another day. But anyway, today's not that. So I walk into Dunkin' Donuts every day and ignore the donuts. Like, I don't even pay attention to them. It doesn't even cross my mind. That's in my belief system. Like, it's just not what I do. It's not who I am. It's not what I do. Now, I know there's like people every day that walk into Dunkin' Donuts and really struggle as much as possible. As soon as they see, smell, practically taste that stuff, they're scarfing it down. So there's a difference a little bit in between mindsets. I love Dunkin' Donuts, but I don't even pay attention to it, especially when I'm not thinking about, quote unquote, cheating, right? So that kind of leads me into my story, or the point of this whole video about six-pack abs. And is it a dream or is it a nightmare? And that really just depends on the individual. And the big point of what I'm going to talk about right here is it really just depends on you and where your kind of point of, I'm enjoying life and I'm enjoying my physical body at the same time, right? So when it comes to like elite level leanness or leanness in general, there is a spectrum, right? So a spectrum runs across like this. And on one side of the spectrum is kind of like do whatever you want, right? It's like eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want, live your life, have as much fun as possible. Maybe you don't even work hard, like you're over here. And whatever the result of that is, physically, that's what you get, okay? And it'd be different for different people. And on the flip side of the spectrum, that's like elite level leanness. Now, some people naturally are just lean and have a six-pack naturally. They are what we call outliers. So they're the people that like piss you off and befuddle you and probably distract some of you guys because you're like, well, why? How come they can eat whatever they want and drink whatever they want, and I can't do that? And then I used to be able to do that, but I can't do it now. So all these things are distracting. Again, these people are outliers. If you've ever read the book Outliers, there's a bell curve, and 80% of people are like the norm. They sit in the middle. Then there's 10% on each side that kind of break the rules. These people break the rules. So if it's not you, if you're struggling to get lean, it's just not you, so don't pay attention to it because it's distracting. I know it's not me. But anyway, there's these people on this side of the spectrum that they're either naturally very lean, and then you have like your bodybuilders and your figure competitors and your elite level Olympic athletes that are like extremely lean, right? I don't think you have to be extremely lean, to have six-pack abs, but the point about what these people are doing is they are on the side of a whole bunch of dedication, a whole bunch of discipline, and probably a lot of sacrifice based on what normal people think or believe is probably just too much sacrifice to be able to sit in a place where I can enjoy life, right? Quote unquote, enjoy life, and whatever that means to you. So ultimately, when it comes to six-pack abs, one, if you're kind of struggling a little bit, like a lot of people need to realize that it's probably going to take a lot more dedication, discipline, and sacrifice than you really ever imagined that you might do in order to be able to get there. So I hope that makes sense. And even me myself, for example, like I'm a fitness professional, I tend to just naturally kind of store belly fat, you know, a little bit here and a little bit in the love handle areas. It's annoying. So even me, I can't really get away with some of the things that, you know, just whatever quote unquote regular people are doing, right? Like regular people, they just kind of want to, you know, they kind of want to go out, enjoy themselves. They want to eat dinner out a few nights a week. They want to, you know, drink whatever they want to drink. Let me be very clear. None of this stuff is right. None of this stuff is wrong. All of those like decisions on what you do are completely based on what you believe and, again, what you think is having fun in your life. So, you know, to say that, you know, drinking alcohol, you know, going out and happy hour and having a good time and having appetizers and like food, alcohol, nightlife, you know, all those things were created for people on this planet to have a good time. You know, and again, on the flip side, six-pack abs were created for people to have a good time. So it really just depends on what exactly it is that you want and where your set point of is, where you're kind of happy with who you are, what you're doing, you're having a good time, and you're happy with your physical appearance also. And again, no one could really give that to you. Like, I could want to live like a certain way and want to do things a certain way, but I can't tell you what's right or wrong about you know, where you're happy in life. Ultimately, you have to make that decision. But the big point of what I'm saying in this video is I'm not telling people you can't have six-pack abs. What I am saying is that if you want six-pack abs, you're probably going to have to bridge the gap between what's happening right now, what you're actually doing, and some of the dedication, the discipline, and some more of the sacrifice that it would take in order to be able to get that. Now, that being said, sacrifice is like, it's got such a negative connotation. Sacrifice sometimes means, you know, again, maybe not eating so much junk food, maybe not eating so much food in general, probably not drinking as much, maybe not socializing, things of that nature. But again, that's per the individual. If you gear your mind and train your mind to like not need those things in order to have a good time and find other ways to be able to have a good time, then it's no longer sacrifice, dedication, and discipline. It's just who you are and what you do. You know, so if you're going to make that decision to be on this end, it's probably a good idea to no longer view that stuff as sacrifice and just view it as the way I live my life. So again, that's the big point here, guys. Six-pack abs feels awesome. Ice cream, cake, pizza, drinking, partying, having a good time, that stuff feels awesome too. You need to figure out, based on who you are, what it is that you want in your life, how much six-pack you want, which is on this side, and how much of that other stuff you want, because they don't go together too much. But again, it's all on you guys. Nothing is right or wrong. Just figure out what it is that you want, and then you go for it. That's what it's all about. Guys, my name is Frank Daniels. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really did, I'd love for you to head down below, leave a comment, tell me exactly what you want to see next time, and of course, subscribe to this channel right here. Enjoy your day.